I like to say superpower. My superpower is when I find myself in challenging environments. So when I get to a point where it becomes easy, I start to look for what next. As you progress in your career, you also have to ensure that you are upskilling. You're adding new skills to your resume. Of course, by virtue of you working, that's experience there. That undue pressure to think that having a thriving career is not enough until you have a business is by far a fallacy. Ensuring that you have transferable skills. Yeah, even if it's within one industry, ensuring that you have transferable skills would give you that security that you need as a career person. Explore as much as you can because you never know what it is that you can do well until you try it.
True. Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Career Series powered by MTN. My name is Adenike Macaulay, and joining me on today's episode is the CEO at Wakanow.com Limited, Mrs. Adenike Macaulay. Hello, Mrs. Adenike.
Hi.
You look
Thanks
amazing.
For having me. Thank you so much, you as well.
I love you. I love the way you look.
Thank
Everything
you.
about you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining me on today's episode.
Absolute pleasure.
All right. So can you take us through your career path, everything that you've done, how you started, how you got to this point, and how you became the CEO at Wakanow.com?
It's been, let's say 15 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Most of my career actually I spent in Lufthansa Group.
Okay.
So Lufthansa German Airlines in multiple roles. I joined Wakanow in 2021, mid-2021, as Chief Commercial Officer, and then I was appointed CEO this year, January this year. Leading up to here, I mean, it's always an interesting story. I always wanted to be a nurse. And I was
Did you study sciences in school?
I did.
Oh, wow.
I did.
So
actually.
you're doing chemistry, biology,
I did the whole works. I wanted to be a nurse, very early on. Like it evolved from being a nurse.
We all wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, or nurse,
an accountant. Mine was a nurse, and then I quickly found out that I didn't particularly enjoy biology. So I was like, okay, let's dial back on that. And then I got into school. I actually studied systems engineering. In school, artificial intelligence, robotics.
Oh wow!
The whole works.
Amazing.
I studied in University.
How many
of
women
Lagos.
were there in the class?
I was going there.
I know. Okay, land. Let me allow you land.
Very few. Actually, systems engineering was the one where there was a bit of a better balance. But of course, it was tilted more towards the guys. But the other departments had fewer and fewer, ladies. So we were one of the very few women in engineering. Back in the days. And then I started my career actually in an IT firm. I was doing the whole programming, the whole works, networking and all of that. And at a point, I think it was pretty much 1 year into, I think, post NYSC. I was just exploring options and said, you know what, I think I should let me explore, do more, learn something different. And then I saw a role. Business analyst.
Where did you see it?
I don't remember.
In a magazine or?
Yeah, back in, this was 2008. Yeah, so back in, it was online, but I don't remember where one of all these job boards, and it was business analyst, Lufthansa German Airlines. I knew nothing about business analysis.
Just apply.
I was like, you know what? Let me research this. I think the industry was what piqued my interest. So my dad was the first flight engineer in Nigeria. First aeronautic engineer in Nigeria. So I grew up in aviation. So I was like, okay, this is not familiar, but by association with my dad, that might be interesting because I knew Lufthansa back in the days. And I'm like, okay, let's explore this. And I kind of studied, okay, what do business analysts do? What tools do they use? And I kind of really researched and learned about what they do. And I went for the interview and I got the job. That was the turning point or the beginning of the turning point in my career because I realized now that my I like to say superpower. My superpower is when I find myself in challenging environments. So when I get to a point where it becomes easy, I start to look for what next, because I always want that challenge.
I actually love that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Career went like that.
Okay.
12 years, multiple roles. I left Lufthansa in a role where I was leading commercials. I was country manager, general manager sales for Nigeria, for pretty much West Africa.
Okay.
I was the first woman, first African in that role.
Oh, wow.
After 12 years, the youngest actually in that role. And after that, I was like, okay, what next? Explored my options. I'd been talking to Wakanow actually for quite a bit.
Okay.
And I think the growth trajectory of the business piqued my interest, and I saw it as the next challenge. I had spent 12 years in Lufthansa in multiple roles across Africa, marketing, sales, product development, leading diverse teams. And I was like, okay, you know what? It's time for me to bring this expertise back home, where I can build and where I have the autonomy to build. And I saw that Wakanow kind of was the place that would allow me, I would say, do the magic that I know how to do in the industry. And it's been onwards and upwards from there, and I'm CEO today.
Now, there are different perspectives and viewpoints about travel in Africa, right? A lot of people see travel like, oh, this person is very rich, that's why she's able to travel, you know. So from your own perspective and from your experience so far in the travel industry, what do you think are these viewpoints, and how do we actually take out these beliefs from people?
Travel can be expensive. Travel can be affordable. It all depends on planning. Nigerians, and in this part of the world where we're what we call a late bookers market, where people want to travel next week and they are booking today.
Why? I don't know why we're like that.
I don't get it. Interestingly, you see, over 70% of all the bookings that come to Wakanow come within 4 to 7 days of travel.
Yeah, and that's when it's most expensive, right?
That's why it's most expensive. Whereas on the flip side, you see that an European that is trying to come to Kenya for safari has booked it a year ahead.
Wow.
A year ahead, where you have all of the availability. So the perception of travel being expensive is very linked to the buying behavior of the traditional African customer. And I mean, we as Wakanow, we understand this. And we try to kind of find ways to also ensure that we position our products to actually appeal to, you know, the buying behavior of our customers here. But at the same time, try to move them
and not
towards,
do too much.
Exactly. Try to move them towards means of it becoming more affordable. We have a program called Pay Small Small, where we allow travelers to pay an installment, to pay a down payment 10% right now, and then spread the balance in installments up to 3 to 6 months.
Oh, sounds good.
So that actually forces you to plan. That's kind of what we're financing that trip for you, but we're also forcing you to plan ahead, and it makes it easy and convenient for you. Travel, I wouldn't say is expensive. But travel, people often see it as a luxury.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say.
But it depends on what you're traveling for. Some people see it as a necessity. Travel opens your mind.
Oh, it does.
And again, the travel that even is still happening from Nigeria, and I'm speaking of international travel. Under 10% of the population of Nigeria are the ones traveling internationally. There's still a long way to go to get people actually to explore the world. But at the end of the day, a lot of the travel that happens today is what I call pseudo-essential travel. People going to visit their friends and family, people going to visit their children in school, people going on business, what we call bleisure now. You're going on business, but you then add 2-3 days to explore a
rest,
destination. So those trips have to happen regardless. And where we come in is ensuring that you get a bang for your buck. Value for money is what is our value propositioning when it comes to travel. So like I said, you can say travel is expensive depending on the reason for travel, but interestingly, there's an increase in leisure travel, pure leisure from Nigeria, pure leisure destinations. I mean, Dubai was
it was
number
a thing
one
at the time.
from
if you haven't been to
Nigeria
Dubai, you don't know what you're doing.
You don't know what you're doing, right? For many reasons, Dubai was number one from Nigeria, both for business,
I know,
for
it was
trade.
visa free. It was visa free
It was
so
e-visa, so you don't even need to appear. But since Dubai was closed, what we've seen is that traffic has now started to
There's a decline.
No, but there's no decline. But
they're going to other places now.
Going to other places, exploring places like Kigali, Sharm el-Sheikh, Cairo, Morocco, Marrakesh. And these are pure leisure destinations.
True.
So we see that Nigerians are actually adopting the concept of leisure travel, the concept of tourism, not just going to London or going somewhere to sit down in somebody's house.
But going to places like Egypt, like you said.
You can explore, learn new cultures, even get new business ideas.
True.
A lot of the businesses that we have thriving in Nigeria by virtue of seeing an idea thriving somewhere else and looking at how you can position that in our own local market. So travel opens your mind. Travel opens you to new cultures, new ideas, new ventures. So I wouldn't say travel is expensive. It's value for money depending on what you do with it and why you're traveling.
Okay. So travel is value.
Absolutely.
I'm going to take that back.
Absolutely.
Okay, that's a good one. Now, a lot of people are in the corporate world, right? And some people seem to delve into entrepreneurship these days. Like everybody has one business or the other. Even those who have a 9-to-5 job have a business on the side.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So how do we encourage those who have, decided, I just want to be in the corporate world. I don't want to have any business on the side. How do we encourage them to, grow and become more successful in that path that they have chosen?
I'm one.
Let's
Let's
draw inspiration from you.
The interesting thing is, at a point in my career, I also, and you always hear all these quotes and this here and there saying your salary is what you're paid to give up on your dreams.
Yeah, it's not enough. It's never enough.
And you hear all of this.
Yeah.
There's like this subtle pressure to be an entrepreneur, to start a business, even if you have a thriving 9-to-5. You feel like you're leaving something on the table, or you're at risk.
Or it's not enough. Like they can sack you at any time and then there's nothing to fall back on.
It's not enough.
Yeah.
If you are confident in the value that you bring to the table, even as a career person, I've been a career person for 15 years now. I mean, I've dabbled into small businesses here and there. And I'm not saying by any chance, if you have the capacity to do it, it's always great to have something that, carries your name and all of that. It's great. But that undue pressure to think that having a career, having a thriving career is not enough until you have a business is by far a fallacy. Because there are those like us that are earning a very comfortable living without having the so-called side hustle.
Yeah.
And do not feel like we're under threat if one employer packs up or if things don't go well with one employer. If you're confident in the value that you bring to the table, if you continue to upskill and ensure that your skills do not become obsolete, because of course as a career person there are newbies coming into the career pool every single day.
And you're going to remain in one spot if you're not improving.
Exactly. And the pyramid, as you go up, fewer and fewer opportunities. So as you progress in your career, you also have to ensure that you are upskilling. You're adding new skills to your resume. Of course, by virtue of you working, that's experience there, but learning new things, ensuring that, and that's one thing that I practice every year. I ensure that I get a new certification. I went on a course, Women on Boards, trying to say what next, So ensuring that you're confident in the value that you bring to the table and that it's not necessarily linked to one employer. You play in an industry, ensuring that you have transferable skills. Even if it's within one industry, ensuring that you have transferable skills would give you that security that you need as a career person. So that fallacy of, and I call it a fallacy because there is that undue pressure
Yes.
Now,
Oh, there
there's
is.
undue pressure. So
There
you have to have
is.
a side hustle. Your salary
Yeah,
is.
it's
I'm very comfortable with my salary. I'm 100% comfortable. But it doesn't mean that tomorrow I won't start a business.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there is no pressure.
There's no
Start
pressure.
a business when I know that I have the capacity to do that. When I know that I'm ready to nurture something really from inception and scale. Yes, do it at the time where I feel I'm ready, but not under undue pressure.
Sure.
So yeah.
That was amazing. I actually learned a lot from this particular episode and segment. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay. All right, guys. I hope you guys learned a lot from that too, because I mean, I did. So I hope you guys did. Now we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, it's time for our games. It's time for Mogul Monica.
Right.
Hey guys, welcome to the Mogul Monica segment. Now in this segment, it's all about games, right? We're about to have some fun. Are you ready?
Of course, I'm ready for fun.
Okay. Now in this segment, I get to describe famous entrepreneurs, right? So think CEOs, think boss men and women.
Right.
Yeah, and then you give me their names correctly. You have 10 seconds to answer each question.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay, let's go. Pick a number from 1 to 10.
1.
1. Okay, let's go. He is a pioneer in space travel and exploration.
Elon Musk.
No, just wait, wait. First person to step on the moon during a historic space mission.
Oh, what's this guy's name?
Let me give you a hint. What's this? My arm?
Oh, Louis Armstrong.
No, Neil Armstrong. Yes.
Neil
Okay, I'll still give it to you. One mark. Okay, so pick another number from 1 to 10.
4.
Number 4. Revolutionary physicist, theory of relativity, and Nobel Prize winner.
What's going on?
Is it too tough for you? No.
I'm just naming all the physicists.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sure you get it. I'm sure you get it. Another name.
What's this other guy? I mentioned Isaac Newton.
7 seconds.
Oh,
6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Albert
Einstein.
Right. Okay, that's that. So the last question. Pick another number from 1 to 10.
7.
7. Okay, this one's easy. Media mogul and philanthropist, founded a multimedia empire and is known for extensive philanthropic work.
That's very...
It's a female.
Yeah. Okay, female.
Oprah
yeah.
Winfrey? Yes, Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, I'll give that to you. Well done.
We have more women on that list.
I know. No, we do. That's the number you picked.
Right.
Well done. Done. So we're going to move into the pictorial game segment.
Okay.
Now, in this game, I'm going to show you 3 photos and they all relate to one word. So you give me that word, right? Okay. So speaking about women, let's start with this one.
Okay. Are you going to give me a clue?
Okay, that's
I'm saying like equations and
that's
marks.
a scarf. This is economics, and that's the symbol for World Bank.
And it relates to a person or
a person.
company.
A person.
A person.
A female.
This is a scarf.
Yes.
Of a famous person. Famous female. This is a headscarf. Right.
Economics.
Right. This is
the time is almost up.
Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala.
Yes, that's it. Correct. Well done.
Right,
well
thank
done.
you.
Okay. So this one.
Music, a skirt.
Mini skirt.
Ira Star.
O'Shea. I love it.
The skirt.
Exactly. Gave it away.
Gave it away.
Yeah, well done. So the last one.
Right. This is an oil barrel. This is economy. This is
That's a symbol. Dangote. Yes. Well done. Well done. Thank you so much. Did you have fun?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
It was fun.
Thank you so much once again for joining me on today's episode of the Career Series. We loved having you on set.
Not being here.
We hope to see you next season. Are you going to come if we invite you?
Sure. This was fun. So
I know.
we can do it again.
I know. Thank you so much once again.
Thank you.
That's it for us, guys, with Mrs. Adenike Macaulay, CEO at Wakanow.com Limited. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, it's time for our trivia games. Hey guys, welcome to the Trivia Games segment. And on to today's trivia question. What groundbreaking product did Thomas Edison demonstrate for the first time at Menlo Park in 1879? Get the answer correctly and you'll be taking home a fantastic prize courtesy MTN. I'm your host Adeze Aduaka, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at MTN Nigeria and follow us on all our social media platforms at MTN NG. Until the next episode, do have a lovely time. Bye!